Hi guys, thank you so much for coming today and taking the time to put some aspect on your business here. This is going to be really great training. We're going to talk about fundraisers, and Rihanna's going to talk to us again today. Thank goodness, because she's the best trainer ever. We love having you. So if anyone has any questions, please write them down and we'll get to that at the end. She's gonna go over like a broad spectrum of fundraising. And if there's a specific type of fundraiser anybody wants to talk about, please let us know at the end and we will talk about that. So the floor is yours whenever you are ready.
All right, well, thank you, Brooke, for having me back, and Tracy for having me back. I'm so blessed to be here with you guys. I don't take it lightly. Last time I was with you guys, I was telling Brooke a little while ago, it feels like this is my second home because I love coming here with you guys and being here. So thank you, Brooke, and your crew for inviting me back. For those of you who don't know me, I am Rihanna Franco, Superstar Director of Squad Goals in Whittier, California, kind of about 30 minutes from Disneyland, just so you get an idea of where I'm at. Weather is a mid-70s today. How is it over there where you guys are? I know there's storms happening everywhere, right? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Sending all the sun vibes your way. Okay, so we're going to just jump right in because I don't want to take too much of your time. And then at the end of this, I want to open it up for questions. You know what? While I'm going to have the chat open. While I'm going, if you guys have any questions, because I know sometimes we forget what we want to ask, or maybe the detail of it, we lose train of thought. So go ahead and either unmute yourself or chat box me while I'm saying, because I really want to answer your guys' questions in the discussion of fundraisers. So let's go ahead and jump in. So fundraising, you guys, is such a huge part of our business, and for several reasons. One of our core values is to give more than we take, right? So it's very important for us to learn that Angie's background is so fun. I know she's out of this world. Angie's actually on my team. So and she's also, just a fun fact, she is my daughter's boyfriend's mom. They've been together a little over a year, and they fly back and forth from Texas to California, long distance relationship. So it's fun. Anyways, okay. Squirrel, that's just what I do. Anyway, okay, so giving more than we take. It's important to learn that early in our business, because that is going to open your mindset to so many different avenues in the business. Not only does it capitalize on one of our core values, you guys, it gives us the opportunity to expand our customer base into areas that we have no reach. So if we do a fundraiser that we'll get into, that I'll talk about, that has 20 people involved, we now have our hands in 20 different circles and different reaches, their family, their friends, their family, their friends. So it's a huge opportunity all at once to expand our customer base. It's also, we're able to be a blessing, which is nice to our people, our customers. Also, a good thing about it is a tax break, you guys. These are tax write-offs. I can't go into too much depth in regards to tax write-offs, because you have to go to your accountant for that, but you definitely can use it as a tax write-off anytime you do a fundraiser. And another great thing about fundraisers is, yes, we donate our money, our profit. However, we still have that host rewards and the half offs that we can use to stock our shelves, to do flash sales, and then what? We turn around and sell it all for full price, stuff like that, right? So we profit. There's lots and lots of good areas that come out of fundraising. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what type of fundraisers there are. I have some printouts for you guys that the beautiful Wendy Heath Newgaps makes every year. She is my upline sponsor, and I'm blessed and really good friends with her. But she makes them every single season for us, and they're beautiful, and I'm going to show you guys in a second. There's different types of fundraisers that we can do. One of those fundraisers is a set and circle fundraiser. Those are by far my favorite and the easiest type of fundraisers. There's also buddy fundraisers, there's buddy clip fundraisers, flower fundraisers, full catalog fundraisers, and I'm going to break it down for you guys in a second. I'm going to show you my Scent Circle fundraisers average anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000. Okay, so in sales, and that's just one shot, you guys, one fundraiser. And I printed one, and then I have another picture so you guys don't think I'm talking out the side of my neck, even though I don't think you guys would think that. But here's one of them. Okay, so this is a fundraiser that I did for a middle school. They raised a little over $2,800. And then Wendy Heath Newgas, if you see her, she's right there. She took a picture of me and she helps me package those up because it really does take a long time. But before that, you guys, had also done a fundraiser for a softball team, and that's what we laid out too. Scent Circle fundraisers are super easy, guys, because they are affordable. They fit, you know, 15 bucks. People can easily do $15 with tax, and I'll talk to you about it in a second. But let me interject with here. So we have the different types of fundraisers: circles, buddy clips, flower, full catalogs, car bars. Now, what you decide to donate is up to you. Okay, so you can have, for me, I usually do 30%. I always come out of pocket on fundraisers, but you don't have to do that. Okay, if you are a central consultant, you are averaging 20%. So you could donate 20%. If you've hit certified, your average commission is 25%, unless you hit that month a 30% month, which is 2,000 and above sales. You could do 25% if you want. The reason why I do 30, you guys, is because it's more appealing. If you look at fundraisers out there right now, most of them are not any higher than 20-25%. Most of them are about that range. So when they're comparing me and deciding who they want to go with, they're going to choose me because I'm going to give them more. You don't have to do that. And I'm going to show you how you might come out of pocket by doing that. But I also want to give you different perspectives on it as well. Okay, so your donation is up to you. You could do 10%, you could do 15%, 20%, 25, 30%, whatever you want to donate, it's up to you. Okay, and again, that is a tax write-off. And I do suggest when you do your fundraiser and then you cash out, that you do it via personal check or business check, so that you can have that hard copy for your accounting, for your tax purposes. Okay, you don't need it, guys, but if you ever get audited, God forbid, it's there. That Venmo, you can do it Venmo and the record will be there. It's just less solid, if you know what I mean. Okay, so okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the fundraiser. So first one is Scent Circle fundraiser. Like I said, you guys, this is my most favorite one. Let me show you the form, and I will send these forms to Brooke after the meeting as well, if you guys want them, so that you guys can use them for your fundraisers. Okay, so again, the beautiful Wendy Heath Newgas makes these every year. So here is the cover of it. Okay, so let me back up. When somebody approaches you, I want a fundraiser. Okay, we're going to do a Scent Circle fundraiser. We're going to dig in on how to find them and how to approach as soon as I show you the different types of fundraisers. Okay. Okay, Brooke, I could do that too. Okay, I'll directly upload them for you. Okay, so on this cover sheet, this is basically talking to the fundraiser, okay, the coordinator. Thank you for your interest in a Scentsy fragrance fundraiser. Here at Scentsy, we know how important it is to give back to your community. In fact, generosity is one of Scentsy's core values. Fundraising is a perfect way for your supporters to show their generosity and make your school's organization's dreams come true. Whether your goal is to build a playground, fund a trip to the school band, or improve your community soccer fields, Scentsy fragrance products are perfect for fundraisers. When you choose Scentsy for your fundraiser, I donate my commissions directly to your organization, making a Scentsy fundraiser unique and profitable. You can feel safe knowing you're partnering with a consultant who cares about your cause and is dedicated to contributing to your community. When you host a Scentsy fundraiser, your organization receives the potential to earn outstanding profits for your group, fundraising support, and materials at no cost to you, the ability to promote unique, safe home fragrances that are different from other fundraising products. In addition, as your consultant, I separate and package all the orders, making sure they are complete and correct. Online orders will ship directly to the customers, which I'll show you guys in a second. I also offer awards and incentive to your top sellers to encourage the greatest success for your fundraiser. As a member of the Association of Fundraising Distributors and Suppliers, players, Scentsy is committed to contributing more than we take in all of the communities we touch. As a local independent business owner, my passion is for Scentsy products, and I'm ready to help your organization reach its fundraising goals. Thank you for your time. I look forward to speaking with you soon to set your goals. This is the initial letter for anybody that is interested. Hey, you know what, can you send me some information? Yes, absolutely. So when somebody asks me for information about a fundraiser, I already have a pre-made packet, and I'll show you guys. I have something already made up that I send them. So it's like, I will go drop it off at a school. I will go take it to the parent of a softball team, of the cheer squad. I already have these ready. And this is something I suggest if you want to do something like this, that you have ready on hand, and they just give it back to you once they're done looking at it. You know, you can say, oh, this is my sample packet. Take a look and I'll pick it up when we meet or whatever. And then I just keep sharing this over and over again. Okay, and it saves you time on putting it together every single time. Okay, so then on the back of this page, or it's a separate page, whatever, it breaks down how much they would earn per bundle sold. We're not selling one scent circle. We're selling them in bundles of 6. Okay, so automatically it says scent circle fundraiser proposal. Example, 30 participants are given the task to sell 15 6-packs of scent circles at $15 plus tax. This would total $6,750 in sales. Can you imagine that month, right? $6,000 in sales in a 1-month hit. I mean, in a one fundraiser hit. And it says, when the fundraiser ends, as a gift to the group, I will donate my commissions back to you. If the group met its goal, the minimum donation they would have received is $1,687.50. An additional gift will be awarded to the top seller of the scent circles. Okay, and it literally breaks down. Okay, you sell 10 bundles, this is what you would make. Bundles, and it breaks it down for them, because some people, coordinators, is it with 30%? Let me see. I think it's 25%. Hold on. Let me see. So if we had 10 at donation is 187. Hold on. 10 times 1650. I don't know. It breaks it down here. I don't want to sit here and do the math because it'll take too much time, but it breaks it down for them here per bundle. Okay, so that they'll get an idea of that. Then what I include in every single packet, if that's the way they want to do it, and I'll explain it next, they get a description of every single scent circle that's available. Okay, it has a fragrance. I don't open it up for all of the scent circles because there's 80. There's like 80 plus, right? Scent circles. I don't want it to be that complicated. So we have it broken down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We picked the 20 most popular, clean, fruity, baking, whatever, and we put them, this is the other side of the order form. This is all they would fill out. Okay, here's my name. We're going to pick 1 6-pack. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, great. Here's my total. And this is the order form. Okay, so it makes it super easy. And again, I'm going to upload this into your group page, Brooke, after we're done. Okay, so then this all goes, oopsie, wrong one, in this packet. I have this ready to go. These are white envelopes that you could pick up at Office Depot. You could use the orange ones, the yellow ones, whatever's cheaper. The white is more expensive, guys. If you do go white, go on Amazon because they're more expensive at Staples or Office Depot or stuff like that. I always have a cover photo on here. This is not a real fundraiser. This is just my daughter. So, you know, something for sports. And I'll say there's always information on the top. Thank you for supporting Juju's fundraiser. Juju has a big summer lined up filled with lots of softball traveling. Every purchase made goes towards the cost of hotels, flights, transportation, and meals. Use the QR code to fill out the form. Okay, so they literally just scan this code, guys, and they can, I already have a link set up. I have a mock link set up. They just scan this code and they can just go ahead directly to my bundle and save. Okay, if you've never, do you guys know how to link a QR code to a certain part of your website? Do you know how to do that, guys? Give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down. If not, I can show you real quick. Thumbs up, thumbs up. And you could also chat. And you guys have little thumbs and stuff on your, Angie said yes, Caitlin said yes, Vicky said no. You don't know how, do I have, can you enable screen share real quick, Brooke? Is that possible? It should be on the bottom. And it should, I'm trying to remember where it is. If not, no big deal. I
have a screen share, and it's, do I do one participant at a time or multiple participants?
I think it's one because it's just me. Yeah. Cassidy, if you don't have a QR code, go make one, girlfriend. It's free on Canva. Super duper easy. Very easy. It's Canva's free as well.
Did that do anything?
Let me see. Yes, there we go. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let me show you. If I want to bundle, I'm going to go under specials, right? So I'm going to go under bundle and save. I'm going to click to where I want to go, which is 6 cent circles, right? Okay, so no, here we go. 6 cent circles. So I'm already going to click on that. This link up here, you guys, right here is what I want to copy and paste. So I'm going to hit left click or right click, and then I'm going to copy. For the one that said you don't have a QR code, literally, let me show you how easy it is. Like, this is just ridiculous how easy it is, and it's free. So there's no excuse not to build a QR code. So if I want to, I'm just going to do a blank picture real quick. Okay, so I already have it copied into my thingy, right? So now I'm going to go to Canva and look, ding, QR code, and then I just paste, okay? And then generate code, there's my QR code, okay? And you can just save this and add it to any image. This QR code is going to take them directly to my bundle and save 6 cents, and they just add it there. Okay, so if they don't want to do the order form and they just want to pay it, there you go. Here, scan the code and it goes directly into her fundraiser, easy peasy, okay? And that is what is included in the packet. When I have it ready, I tell them, okay, so say we're gonna break down the cent circles right now. If they want to do a cent circle fundraiser, there's a couple different options. We can do just a straight link, right? So let me back up. Let's talk about different organizations that might want a cent circle fundraiser. High schools, sports teams, the varsity team, the JV team, the volleyball team, the softball teams the rec softball teams that are out there, the middle schools. I just did a middle school one, the band team, people that are going places and need a fundraiser big put together. You could just do a link if you want, and you could say, hey, here's the link for the entire school, just pass this out to all your students. And what you can do is you could print out a paper. Just say this is a paper, and it has East Whittier Middle School band celebration, Washington, D.C. goal, whatever. Click the link, scan the QR code to begin shopping, and every purchase goes towards the Washington trip. You can make a paper for them and just hand it out, give it to the band teacher or the instructor or whoever's the coordinator, and they can hand that out to the students. Each student would get that paper, take it home, and their parents could start scanning and sending it out, and you could even have a link on there. Okay, and the teacher, you could have a hub. You could have a Facebook hub and say, hey, if people have questions or if they want to shop directly, and you can have something rolling on that Facebook group page for that fundraiser. East Whittier Middle School, you could have a picture of the band as the cover photo. Get creative, make it personal, right? Because then they're going to see their kid and be like, oh my God, there's little Susie. Okay, let me shop. Let me click that link and shop. And then you can have the link for them to shop as well. Some want to do packets. So what I do is I would say, okay, coordinator, how many packets do you want? If you want packets, oh, we'll take 50 packets. We have 50 students that are going to participate. Okay, great. So then I make them 50 packets. This cover would be the band. Or the softball team, whatever it is. You can also do individual fundraisers such as this one. I do a lot of these, especially for softball girls, because we travel a lot and traveling is expensive. It's crazy bananas. Okay, so then I'll do an individual fundraiser, and whatever they raise, they use for their trip. I've also done team fundraisers for the softball, and they each get their individual account credited. Okay, how do I do that? So say I have 12 girls on a softball team, they're all participating. Side note in parentheses, you talk with the coach or the coordinator and say, how do you want to do it? Do you want to mandate 12 girls sell 20 bundles, or do you want to do it to where like they sell whatever. If you throw that out there and you tell the coach or the coordinator, if they say, well, what do you think is best? Mandate that those players sell the same amount of packets each. Imagine if they sell 20 packets each at $20 packets each at $15 each, you guys. I'm bad at math. So let me see, 20 times 12 is 240 times 15. That's 3,600 PRV right there, because it's mandated, right? Then they get the 30 or 25%, whatever you're going to give them. So you tell them they can do whatever they want, or they can mandate it. I always do the mandated. That's how we did this big fundraiser here. They all had to sell 20 packets, okay? And then it gives them like, okay, we need 10 more, we need 5 more. It keeps them pushing rather than like, oh, I sold 5, I'm done. And then it makes your fundraiser even more profitable. Okay, so each player would get a packet like this with the same information. Okay, just like that. Now, where did my notes go? There they are. Okay, so there's also, I've done a cheer fundraiser, you guys, where they didn't want to do packets. They had a cheer rally night. And what that consisted of, if you're going to do cheer or any type of school or any type of organization, what they did is they had a rally night. I set up my little pop-up and made it fun. I put pom-poms there. I'm not a cheerleader. My kids are softball players. I didn't have any of this stuff. I borrowed from a friend. I put the cheer pom-poms there. I had the little loudspeaker thing. I don't know what it's called, the little funnel looking thing. I had that sitting there, and I had some glitter, and I had music playing, and their friends and family came to that event to rally their team and support and get ready for big nationals that were coming up. I had my product there set up for them to see. I did not do cash and carry because I didn't want to have to deal with all the product there. Okay, it was just basically all there for them to see. We did a full catalog fundraiser on that one, which I'll talk about in a second. I set up a warmer, different style warmers, flowers, Scentsy Go, That was a one-night fundraiser, you guys. They did almost $4,200 in orders from that, because cheer people spend. You guys, if you have cheer friends, try to get into that community because they spend. Okay, and then we broke it down and we donated whatever the sales, the 30% of the sales were. So you can do it as a packet. I do no longer than 2 weeks, by the way, you guys. When I do fundraiser packets, no more than 2 weeks, because people lose the packets, they lose interest. You don't want it hanging out there too much. You could do the event pop-up night. You can do links only. You can do a home event. Like if you have people fundraising, for example, we had one that was, she was trying to, it's funny, it sounds funny now, but she was trying to fix her pool, and they called it Summer Ready Pool Bonanza or something like that. This was like 2 years ago. And all her friends, she gathered them and their family, they barbecued, they had beer, they had music, and her friends came and shopped because all her friends come during the summer to swim with their families, and there was a leak in the pool. So she said, you guys are going to help me fix this because I know one of y'all kids did this. So they did. They all came and they purchased Scentsy. I had cash and carry there because it was like a home show almost. And then whatever 30% of that, I think she raised like $700 for herself after we deducted which is great, $700 just for having her friends over, right? So you can do it like a home party. There's different ways to do it. Okay, so who would you go after? And if you guys have questions, please unmute yourself or chat it there, okay? So who would you go after in regards to, I'm gonna show you guys the other fundraisers too, but I want you guys to keep your mind open. Recently, I've done a fundraiser for, some of them aren't all fun, right? Some of them, this little girl in the middle, she lost her life. She was in a car accident and she was 4 years old. She was ejected from her car, the mom's car, during a car accident. She died on the scene. Mom didn't have money for anything. I didn't know this woman, and she was a friend of a friend. And I reached out. And if you know anybody like this, if you see anybody like this, of course you want to be tactful and you want to be sensitive. Reach out and say, you know what, I am so sorry for your loss. This is what I did. I'm so sorry for your loss. And I know that you can't even imagine putting together the things that are about to come, but I would like to help ease that burden. If I can, you don't have to do nothing. I'm going to reach out to my community. And if you would like, I can set up a picture of your daughter and start to raise money for expenses that are coming. And she was so grateful. And to this day, we keep in touch and we keep contact. And she's referred her friends to me in her circle. But I was able to donate $900 towards her expenses, and she ended up buying the headstone of the baby, of her baby's grave with that. And it touched my heart because she sent me a picture and she said, thank you so much, this is what you guys bought. And I shared it with my customers and they were so happy to be part of it. And that's, again, building relationships with our customers and involving them in that. Okay. Another one where a little girl had to have ear surgery. She couldn't hear out of her left ear since she was born. Okay. So that's something I've seen on social media. This is why social media and engaging with our people is so so important. She had posted, my Angelina's going in for surgery. She's so nervous, and she was selling cake pops. Her mom was selling cake pops to raise money. I'm like, you know what? Let me go freaking help this girl. So then I said, hey, can I do a fundraiser? You shout it out to your people. I'll shout out to mine. We ended up donating, I think it was like $675 towards her ear surgery and recovery and stuff like that, which was fun. So there's so many ways we can do, guys. So it's medical expenses. If you know people that are experiencing COVID and, have people out of work, we can't fundraise for COVID. Like, we can't say that, by the way, you guys, but we can say medical expenses. We can't relate our fundraising for COVID, just FYI. Okay, we have softball, we have cheer, we have soccer, we have baseball, we have dog rescues, guys. Dog rescues, what would you do for a dog rescue? Dog rescue, you would reach out and say, hey, I'm a big animal lover, I'm a big dog lover, whatever. I would love to put together a fundraiser for the dog shelter, your local dog shelter, and whatever is donated, I'm going to put that money back in and purchase dog shampoos and the deodorizer and the sprays. That way they can have the product there to wash them, or they can make goodie packages for the adoption. Like, you can say, can I donate some goodie packages for whoever adopts a dog? And then you can include the three, the shampoo, the deodorizing spray, and the detangler, put a little bow on it in a bag. And those are donations they give to the people as gifts as they're adopting dogs. So there's several ways that you can do that, or you could donate the money. The local dog, do you guys have those dog showers around you? Over here, there's two of them where they have, it sounds funny, right? But it's this, it's a brick and mortar. It's a place where you go and you wash your dogs, and they have these giant sinks, and you go in there, wash your dog, and you use all of their stuff that they have. And you could donate to something like that. And you could ask them if you could use their logo and stuff like that. You could do high school, bands, middle schools. And then you could do the prize for the top seller. Guys, you don't have to do prizes for the top sellers, but it kind of gets them motivated. And if you have that Facebook party that I mentioned, or that Facebook hub that I mentioned before, you can go on there and be like, so far Angelina's in the lead. You could rally them up, and you could put a picture of them out there and just be like, hey, who's gonna beat Angelina, or who's gonna, so get them rallied up. You can also have them engaged in how to promote their social media. How to promote their fundraiser. They could put it on Instagram, they could put it on Facebook, and you could teach them, and you could actually make images and posts for them to use. Because remember, when it comes down to it, we are donating all of our commission, yes, but we are also trying to show these people how easy Scentsy is, because these might be our next rock stars. These might be our next new teamies. These might be our next new hostesses. So we want to make it as easy and as clear and clean as possible. Okay. Do you guys have any questions so far of what I showed you? Here is the Buddy Clip fundraiser one, and it breaks it down. Same thing, the cover letters on there. Here's the Buddy Clip one. Here is the car bar one, and it breaks it down. If you sell this, you'll get this, and then it has an order form. Here is this is the full catalog one, guys. Okay, so the full catalog, it tells you how it works, and it tells you just pick the items that you want, and then it has the tax rate. It's a little bit more complicated, but it's bigger amounts all at once. Then it has the bundle and save, and then it has the order forms, and you can just run off copies. for these guys. Okay, so super easy. But the full catalog one is a little bit more detailed, but it's worth it. When you get your scent circles, let me back up. I package mine in these little mesh bags, right? So the scent circles are in here. If they ordered one bundle, that's 6. And then I'll put a little insert. My insert says, thank you for supporting Juju's fundraiser. Thanks for your order. Your generosity has invested in Juju's journey, and she is so very grateful. Please be sure to take a picture of your order and tag Reese1980 on Instagram so I can shout you out for supporting. I'd love to have you jump into my Facebook VIP group where I do raffles, giveaways, and more. Just scan the QR code, or hey, maybe you would like more info on jumping into Scentsy. I'd love to send you more info. Text info to 310-346-5195. That's my cell phone number. So when I get that ding info, I'm like, oh, okay, somebody wants info on joining. Or if you're ready, just scan the QR code. Okay, so all of it's QR. All of it, nobody wants to type in anything anymore. They just want to scan the freaking barcode. So let them scan the freaking code, and then they'll go in, they'll jump on Facebook page to join my VIP. Then they'll, if they want to join, and they'll scan here, or if they want more information, they're just going to text me. Are these flyers available on the, Elizabeth, they are being uploaded to our group today because Wendy just finalized some touches on those. So I'll, Elizabeth is in my group. I will upload those into our group, and Brooke's group, I will upload them to hers as well tonight before I relax for the night. But do you guys have questions on anything? You need to create something for your mom. You're thinking of doing fragrance flowers. Oh, I have a fragrance flower one here too for her dementia. Yes, do a fundraiser for that, Erica. That would be great. That's a, I'm trying to find my flower one. Did I not print it? Anyway, I have a flower one too, guys. It was here, but I don't think I printed it. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just a whole hot mess today. Yeah, I don't think I printed it, but there is a flower one. There's a flower one also. Do you guys have any questions on anything that I've shown you? Do you have questions on how to approach? Do you what are your thoughts? Give me some feedback. This is interactive, so don't be shy. We're here to learn, and we're here to ask questions.
So I never thought about doing a hub. What a great idea. That I've done Scent Circle fundraisers a few different times, but I never thought to have like a communal page for them all to like go to for questions versus wanting to like just text me. I love that. That was my favorite part of this whole thing, I think.
Yeah, it's super fun because then they can engage too. They can ask questions there. They can request more packets. They could request like it's a community. They're like the East Whittier Middle School one that I did last 2 years ago. That's what we had, a communal page, and they were able to say, oh, hey, Brooke has a question, one of her friends, or hey, Vanessa was asking if we could get more order forms, or do you know if this one is going to be out of stock? Because something, remember when all of our scent circles were like disappearing? Do you remember that? It was like 2 years ago, and I was in the middle of a scent circle fundraiser, and I was like,
of course you were.
of course. So we were able to keep in touch like that, and the coordinator was able to add people, and it was really beneficial.
I love that. I had not thought of that, so that was a huge takeaway for me.
Yay. Do you guys have any other questions in regards? Go ahead, Tracy.
I was just going to ask, so I'm not like a fundraising person, but so I want to clarify. So if a friend of mine is putting something on, say for the community, so if she wanted to do a fundraiser, I could do a Scent Circle fundraiser for her, and it still be a tax write-off, even though it's not a business, it's an actual personal fundraiser. That is still considered something you could do a fundraiser for.
Yes, absolutely, because you are donating money that you have earned. That's your earned money, and you're donating it to whatever. Like they can, oh, I need a fundraiser for my dog's vaccinations. You know, you can do whatever as long as you can show that it's given out of your earned money. Ashley said, how would you approach a school that segregates every department and sport? Like, how would you go about getting all the contact information for everyone? The school I'm thinking about doesn't have a place to get info from the school sites. That's a good question, Ashley, because as you get into high school, you'll see that, oh, there's band, oh, there's water polo or basketball or football, everything's separated. If they don't have a school website, I would call and ask for, oh, who's in charge of your basketball? Unfortunately, it's a little bit more footwork, but it's worth it. And to be honest, I actually prefer those types of schools because it's more focused, and it's not like the East Whittier Middle School one that I did. It was like 300 students. I didn't know how many were participating. They requested 150 packets. So it was kind of all over the place. So I actually would prefer those that are segregated into departments such as sports and ASB and stuff like that. How would you approach to host a fundraiser? Christina, it's different in circumstances. For example, the East Whittier fundraiser middle school, my daughter goes to that school, so it was a little easier for me to get in. And by the way, you guys, if you guys are not involved on your city's community page, I do encourage you to go and do that tonight. Find, like, my city is Whittier, so it'd be Whittier on Facebook, Whittier community page. Follow those pages, because those people start to shout out, hey, anybody know a fundraiser that I can raise money for this or that? And you're like, here I am, you know. So that's, go into your community pages and start doing that. When I approach them, I ask, by the way, you guys, just an insight, they pick their fundraisers for the next year at the end of the school year. So this year is almost over. They're already starting to think about their fundraisers for next year. So don't wait till September to ask them if they want a fundraiser, because most of the time they already have their fundraisers locked in. I have a lot of people on the PTA board, friends like that, and they'll be like, hey, Rihanna, we're getting ready for fundraiser for next year. Do you want in? And I'm like, yes. It's always a couple months before. Okay. So for them, I was just like, hey, Deborah, PTA board, you could, PTA president, whatever. If you don't have any children in school, don't worry, that doesn't eliminate you. You have schools around you. You have elementary, you have middle, and you have high school. Reach out to them and say, hey, you know what, you don't have to have a school there, a child there. You just reach out to them and say, hey, can I get the email for the PTA president, please? And then from there, they'll give you the email. They don't ask you why. And if they did ask you why, just say, oh, I have a fundraiser opportunity that I wanted to present them with. That's it. Okay. So then you email them, and you can use the wording that's on here. You can totally copy and paste that as the wording. Just add your name, make it a little bit more personal. And then you shoot that out, and then keep a tracking log so you don't forget who you've reached out to. Create a tracking log on Canva. Super easy. There's that Canva again. Go on there and track what schools you are emailing or sending packets. You can walk into a school and say, hey, you know what? Can I leave this for the PTA president? It's just a fundraising opportunity I would love to share with them. Just walk in the school. Yeah, absolutely. I'll make sure she gets it. These are gold, you guys, because they're actually seeing the fundraiser firsthand. They're like, oh, this is pretty organized. I like this. Look at how detailed this is. Nobody wants to be part of a mess. Nobody wants a messy fundraiser. So make sure if you do a fundraiser that you're on top of it. So that's how I would do it with schools, with sports teams, like high schools or whatever, or rec teams. I would say, hey, I know you guys are traveling. If you have anybody in travel softball, like my entire circle, I would like, hey, I know you guys are traveling to Tennessee this summer, and I know you're going to be in Kentucky this summer. And I know it's going to be expensive. You're going to spend at least $3,000 to $4,000 on rooming and flights and all that. Hey, what do you think if we start you a shopping link? You go ahead and start sharing them with your friends. I'll create a cute image for you to share on your Instagram, and then just whatever orders come in, we will cash you out next month. On the 10th, we'll cash you out. Whatever comes in, and you start building a little bank for your travel, for your softball. So it's all like being familiar, especially with your community of friends and family and social media friends out there, is super important. Okay. That's why social media, and that's using your social media correctly, will change your freaking business. If you're just scrolling and liking and commenting, you're like, yeah, woohoo, no, and wasting time, That's not what you should be using social media for your business. You should be connecting and watching and waiting for opportunities to pop up. Like, oh, somebody's dog passed away. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about your dog crossing the Rainbow Bridge. I would love to help you get something together, like a memorial for them. And then you could start a link like that. Like, let's support Rainbow Rocky or whatever, It's like he's crossed the Rainbow Bridge. There's so many ways that you can create opportunities. Don't wait for somebody to come and knock on your door, because most of the time 99.9% of the time, that's not going to happen, where somebody knocks on your door and say, hey, can you do a fundraiser for me? You have to get creative. Ashley said, would you just go after one, and then when one takes on a fundraiser, hope that the other departments see and ask? Yeah, absolutely, Ashley. I wouldn't do all of them at once. You don't want to bombard the front desk and then be like, oh, here comes that girl again. No, I would start with one. I would definitely start with one, and I would try to contact that, and I would start with the football team. Football teams are huge in high schools. And then water polo, if they have water polo, that's the next big one, or basketball, I would go there, or ASB, they're always fundraising. ASBs are always fundraising. I would definitely go after that. And Cassidy says, I want to try to do a fundraiser to help my mom pay for my brother's medical bills from when we had an open heart surgery. How would I approach that? I would make it very personal, Cassidy. I would put a picture of my brother, and I would show the journey that you guys are on. Is your brother in healing? Is your brother in recovery? Is he still experiencing that? I would say, hey guys, my brother, I'm going to make up a name. My brother Peter is out, and he is in the process of recovering, and we are so happy. But as we all know, that medical expenses are super medical expenses are super high or whatever, and we're still feeling the effects for that. I would love to start a little fundraiser and bless you guys with Scentsy at the same time. Any purchase made will donating the proceeds to my brother's medical expenses to help my mom, to relieve my mom of that, so she could care for my brother or whatever. Make it personal. Don't just be like, click this link to support my brother's heart. Okay, what about your brother? Like, some people might not know the journey that you were on. So I would definitely make it personal. Anytime you help with medical expenses, funerals, burials, anything like that, make it personal. Show their picture and explain. And like softball, my daughter, not many people know this yet, I haven't posted it, but my daughter, I'm trying to find the wording actually for it. My daughter has been accepted into the Mexico national softball team, and it's preparing her for the Olympics coming in 2028. And I haven't posted that, but we're gonna be traveling, you guys, so much. Peru, we're going all kinds of different places, and our pockets are going to be pulled inside out, right? So I might start a fundraiser. So when I want to share that information, I'm going to share it to where I'm sharing my heart, so it touches their heartstrings. I'm not just throwing it out there and hoping that somebody clicks yes on my fundraisers. And when you're on social media and you're asking out there, hey, if you could, this is a post that you can post, if you could donate $200 to any organization, what would it be? And then you can have that question box on the Instagram story and have them put an organization in there. And then when they respond, you reach out and say, hey, you know what? That's such an amazing organization. I just went in and looked at it, and actually go and look at what they posted. Don't lie. And then say, you know what? I would love to help you donate that $200 to this organization. If you're interested, I'll set up this link for you, and we can just share it with your friends and family. They shop, and we donate whatever comes in. So using your social media for that is good too. If you're trying to get a fundraiser, be creative on your social media. Don't just say, who wants a fundraiser? Or don't just post those marketing images that we see floating around on Pinterest everywhere that were created 38 years ago, that you can tell they were created 38 years ago. Make it relevant, make it new, make it fresh. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll probably share something on fundraising tonight, just so I can refresh and throw it out there again. And if you guys want to see what it is, then you guys could just follow me and kind of get an idea of what I'm talking about. You don't have to follow me. You can just go to Rees 1980. I'm not looking for followers. Please don't think that. You can just go and click and see what I'm posting. You don't have to follow me, and then just get an idea. Yeah, but use your social media, use your connections. That's huge, guys, because not a lot of us have that ability to go out and We don't have softball players. We don't have kids. We don't have, you know, that. So use what you do have, the free marketing and the extension through social media. Does anybody else have any questions? All right, if nobody has any other questions, then we're good to go. And I challenge you guys, whoever's on here tonight, try to get a fundraiser this week. Why not? Challenge yourself. You can, if you really want it, you really can, but it has to be intentional and you have to know what you're talking about. If you don't know much about fundraisers, I hope this helped a little bit. And then on the Scentsy workstation under Scentsy Success, if you type in fundraising in the search bar, you are going to come across some detailed information on fundraising, which is super helpful. Also on YouTube, you guys, there are so many Scentsy fundraiser trainings. Educate yourself. That way, when you do land your fundraiser, don't wait for to land your fundraiser, then be like, oh crud, now I got to really learn. No, go and invest while you're throwing it out there. Invest in yourself and learn about the fundraiser while you're waiting for that opportunity to bite.
Thank you so much. That was super helpful for me. If anybody else has any questions, please don't be scared to reach out or private message any of us for any information. And I think that's that. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.